Okay, so here we are with Tim, our second ever visit to Chertsey. And I think we were all pretty buoyed after the game on Tuesday, even though we lost 4-1. So you made just one change, Billy, for Robbo.
Yeah, I thought Robbo was okay on Tuesday. He was struggling a bit with illness today as well. So it was just natural to bring Billy in. I think Billy hadn't done much wrong. So yeah, quite a simple decision there. We had Shuey out there who was bedridden yesterday, but brilliant the fact he wants to step up still, because we've only obviously got like 3 midfielders. But yeah, just the one change, and hoping for a better result than Tuesday. Set ourselves up to be aggressive again in the press. Stop them playing. They're a good side, and we stopped them playing exactly like Tuesday. Dominated the ball for the first 20 minutes, and then we switch off. And that's the issue at the moment. The issue is that anyone who's here today again, and it's a repeat, can see that we've dominated 80 minutes probably of that game. Second half was almost ridiculously one-way traffic, but we've got to be better. We've got to be better at scoring, and we've got to be better at not conceding. It sounds simple, but it's probably the hardest thing to do. And I stand here with unwavering belief in terms of what we're doing, because we are setting the team up absolutely perfectly. We're, like I say, we wouldn't be dominating games if we're not. Now it's up to them out there to go and own it and take responsibility, especially the senior lads, because I thought our 2 best players today were 17 years old. And there's absolutely no bias in me saying that about Ethan, but I thought Oscar was excellent first half as well. And I think that sums it up for me. You've got your 2 17-year-olds who are your best players today. But yeah, like we've just said, 74 shots in the last 3 games. Big chances today as well, big chances. And we scored 1 goal. So it's not that we're not performing well. It's not that we're not dominating teams. We just dominated top of the league and a team that's pushing for the playoffs. But at what point do we say, this is... Well, I'm a bit lost for words, if I'm honest, Graham. I mean, be interested, let me put it back on you. How did you think we played today?
Well, I thought in the first half, as you say, the first 20 minutes we did really, really well. And they had those 2 goals, so it was 2-0. And then the second half, we came out and we totally dominated it. And we did everything apart from score. Yeah,
I mean, the slight worry for us at the moment is when we concede one, I'm lacking those people who are going to drag us forwards again, and we sometimes look like we're going to concede another quickly, and I think Oscar made a couple of brilliant saves first half to stop that happening. But yeah, first goal, we've just been drawn out of position. Second goal, Jacko's tried to win a foul. I think I don't think the first one was a foul, but once the bloke's then taking a ride on his back, I'm not quite sure how it's not a foul. But again, then we leave ourselves a massive uphill struggle, and second half, like you say, we get one of those ones early, and they're big chances. It's not like they're half chances. Then all of a sudden, I think we probably go on and claim at least a point, maybe 3. But lovely to hear the opposition say again about how good we were and how hard we were to play against. But at the moment, we're a bit soft in areas, shall we say, and it's up to us to do as much as we can to change that and give them a bit of a chance, give them the best chance of succeeding, because again, like I said, we're not doing too much wrong. We're not doing anything wrong tactically at the moment.
You signed Rafa and you brought him on for the second half?
Yeah, he's I like his unpredictability. You're not quite sure what you're going to get. He's obviously powerful and strong, and there's I've even seen today there straight away I can work with certain things with him in terms of his positioning and making him a better player. But he'll come in with, he's not going to lack belief, which is what I like as well. He's got to push Fletch, for either a starting position or to go up front today. Obviously, we matched them up second half in terms of 3-5-2 and said go and be better than them, and that shows you again. We have been better than them second half. So as a team, we're as good as anyone, but we're just not scoring at the moment, Graham, and we're conceding poor goals. So if someone could solve that instantly, then answers on a postcard.
I think it's another few days before you can't sign any more. So could there be anybody else coming in?
I'm just hoping my calf gets better, Graham, and then we might roll me out for 10 minutes here and there. But yeah, no, there are some irons in fires. Again, just because I think the boys we've brought in have brought a renewed energy and a renewed quality. When others are looking to, we're out on our feet, aren't we? Let's be honest. I spoke to another manager this week, and he was saying, it's nice to hear from another manager. He was saying about how well like I'd done and how well the team had done this year, because we pretty much put out the same 11 most games. Might be one or two changes, but we haven't got those options. We've not been blessed with those options, and it's very much caught up with us. And then when your mentality starts to go a little bit in terms of your confidence and things, that's when it's people are out on their feet. We've got players who have played pretty much every minute. Like I say, you've got Shuey who's ill today as well. But we've got to find that bit of energy. We've got to find that bit of aggression and that bit of unadulterated desire to go and score a goal and not concede. And that's why we're looking at potentially bringing maybe one more in, maybe possibly two. But again, I just said to the boys at the end, I haven't lost belief in them. I haven't lost belief in myself, otherwise I wouldn't be stood here. But it's time for talking's over. And this has been a long interview for the time for talking when it's been over. And I didn't plan to spend very long on this one. But next Saturday's massive. We'll have a big week this week. We'll make it as positive as possible. Training's always good. So let's give ourselves the best chance of a turnaround next week.
Tim, that's fantastic, my friend. Thanks ever so much for chatting to us.